if any?
Come on, that is the first question now after this tough month. Okay, I don't know, to be honest. So he has some problems with his shoulders. This is what we have to check now the next days, and then I'm pretty sure next week we can give clear answer about his injury.
Next, go to Eric.
Can you just talk about this run? It's a nice little win streak you're on. Do you almost wish the international break wasn't coming so you could just keep on playing games and keep the form going, or you need that break?
Yeah, we need that break after this month, to be honest. And I don't want to waste my time now because of national break or something like that. So now it's 2 days off, then individual work with a lot of guys next week. And but when we look to this picture, not only to this game today, we played 9 games, we won 6, and I would say especially the response after our loss against NYCFC is great. And I think it's not only the result, it's also the way to the result, the development of the whole team, the whole group, how we win the games in our style of play. And today also, first half, very dominant. We create a lot of good situations, our build-up, then 2 goals, how we scored was really good. And I think that's a good picture to see after these all games, after these 9 games, and also the mentality, what I said, how we respond after the NYCFC game.
Next, go to Steve.
How you doing, Coach? How satisfied are you in the group feeling after putting together this win streak? And what was your message to the group after you walked out of the locker room?
I'm proud. It's not only to be satisfied. I'm very proud of the whole group, of our supporters, that we are going all together in the same direction. And also, when you have some difficult moments in the season, it's normal, and that we are able to answer directly in the way how we want to play. And I'm very proud of the whole group. And with all these rotations which we have done, especially the last 2 weeks, US Open Cup, Charlotte game, all these games, and it's great. And now we can to enjoy as well now after these 3 points today, and then to keep going after the national break.
Next, go to Voss.
Congratulations on the win, Coach. Just wanted to ask you on the development of your side throughout this month. We've seen Wiki Carmona make strides. Daniel Edelman seems to be making strides as well, adding the range to his passing. Can you just talk about the overall, how pleased are you with your squad right now after this very long May stretch?
Yeah, it was the main part. I agree 100%, especially Wiki Carmona against Charlotte. He in our pressing behavior, he was so active from the 10 position today as well. And I would say this was the main part after NYCFC game, that we are also very compact with the ball. This was directly the message on Sunday after the game against NYCFC. And when we feel as a team the whole responsibility against the ball, in our basic behavior, how we scored the first goal today from the far side, come inside and then in a good position, then you have these moments in our transitions, and also to keep the ball in a right structure in our positions, then we are able to have our counter press immediately after losing ball. This is really good as a team, and I think that's the main part for me in our development. Not only for sure, it gives confidence for the whole group, for us when you get the results, but the way how we won these games in our style of play, in our clear idea, in our defense behavior, and especially in our offense behavior, to be very compact.
Next, go to James.
Thanks, Sandro. Congrats on the win. Tactically, the setup today featured in the midfield, Emil sort of inverted off the left and Wiki as the most central number 10. Seemed like it opened more space both in front of and behind the Atlanta defense without giving too much away to future opponents. Just what was the thought behind that setup and how it was able to achieve success today?
Yeah, we prepared the structure of Atlanta in the 5-3-2, 3-5-2. So for us was then the main part to bring our right fullback more inside, to build up with 3 against 2. And when the 8 position comes out, then we can open the space maybe more for Emil in the 10 space. And then he's directly in the connection with Chupo. And then to bring Wiki more in the half space, and then Peter Stroud as well, and that we have an overload situation, and when it's close in the center, then to go outside. Yeah, that was our idea.
Next, go to Michael.
Coach, congrats on the win. You just touched on Peter Stroud. Talk about his performance today. It felt like, you have someone like Cam Harper who will have a goal and assist. He gets man of the match. But Peter Stroud, throughout the game, making plays, setting up a meal, finding space. It felt like he was doing a lot of work out there. Can you just talk about what you saw from him?
Yeah, exactly. It's the same feeling which I have of Peter Stroud, and sometimes for him it's not so easy with me, and sometimes because we want to see the next step, but especially the last couple of weeks, physically everyone knows he's in a top spot in every season, but now to have the confidence and to stay in, to read the situation very good in these moments when we have the ball, and so he's very active. And also then to have the confidence when he gets the ball with the first touch to check the shoulders and to play forward or to switch to the other side. So really good development of him, especially the last couple of weeks.
Next, we go to Luca.
Coach, congrats on the win. It seemed like in the first half, your team had a lot more possession, obviously the 2 goals, and then in the second half, Atlanta grew into the game. How did you manage that, and were you satisfied with the response, or did you want to keep piling the goals on?
Yeah, this is, for sure, we are preparing all the phases in our game, and first of all, it's every time the same picture. We have to play very intensive against the ball, and how we scored the first goal, it was great. But of course, then when we have the ball, to keep our position, what I said, to feel the responsibility, everyone, and also to stay very close, that we are directly in our counter press. And when we can criticize something, is the second half. Then great save from Carlos in this moment. This is not to forget that. Maybe then this is the next step. Then to close the game very clear in a right way when you are playing dominant. This is the next step. But when we are talking for the next step after the national break, come on.
Next, go over here to our right.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Just want to talk to you about Cameron Harper. He got the start today, had a quick goal, had the assist. What have you been thinking of his performance as of late?
Yeah, I said this after DC United in our press conference in Washington. He's a very, very important player for us. Very important, especially with his deep runs, and he's able to solve situations in 1-against-1 with his speed as well to have these deep runs. So and he's a hard worker in our defense behavior against the ball, in our pressing, then to come inside from the far side, how he scored the first goal. So very important player, and it's good. It's good to have him now in a good spot without injury, hopefully. And and this is what we have to continue.
Go back to Steve.
With all the positive recent performances you guys been having, how vital is it for you guys to put yourselves in the top 4 to give yourselves the best chance to come to the end of the season? I know it's early, but
yeah, it's very
you look
early.
at the standings, or
It's very early, guys. So now it's national break. I think now we can enjoy this for 2 days, and then to start on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, individual work with these guys, because different load, which they had some guys the last couple of weeks. I think this is now the main focus, and then to keep going, not to think too much what can happen end of the season. So then we have 3 games in June. It starts in Austin, Toronto, and Minnesota. So, and then it's the next tough month, July, 8 games, Philly week. So we have a lot of games, and to find the right solutions for us. But now to calm down and not to think too much what can happen end of the season. More our focus, what we need for our development and for our intensity and energy the whole time. And it starts then on Saturday in 2 weeks in Austin.
Everyone, we have time for 2 more questions, Coach. First, go to Eric, and then we'll finish up with George.
Can you just talk about the center back rotation? I feel like through this month, we probably saw every combination possible of center backs playing together. Talk about the one tonight, Alexander Hack and Noah, Eile, but all the center backs throughout this month and kind of rotating them around.
Yeah. And also this is the same after NYCFC. Then we switched with this suspension of Noah Eile and Jean Niels, and then Tim Parker, how he played against DC United very well in the combination with Hack. Then after that, the Charlotte game. Then we switched to the starting lineup from our US Open Cup game, similar. And today was the argument that we have a left foot in our build-up with Haki when we want to build up with three. So Noah in the center. With his quality to break lines and between the strikers when he's passing in the center, and then you have on the left side a left foot, and this was the argument today to have this rotation on the side, and Kyle on the right center back position.
And we'll finish up with George.
Coach, congrats on a win. You guys have been streaking, have been playing amazing this month, obviously. Now this break is coming in. One, how do you feel kind of now this is going to stop? And how do you keep this intensity going to try to continue this thing going until the games start again?
Now we can talk a lot about what can happen now after this break or something like that. No, that's the situation. It's good now after these 9 games every week in this month to play Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. So now it's the national break. That's good, but we don't stop to work. This is also, it's not that we have the next meeting in 2 weeks before Austin. No, we start on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this training session, and then I'm pretty sure and to build up the next step in our development and what I said, and then in Austin to continue. Then we have 3 games in June. This is the picture then, and then July 8 games, and then to continue month by month.
Tell us why Chua picked you for the celebration dance.
Yeah, I mean, the third goal against Charlotte, we did a little gritty, and obviously my celebration against DC could have been better, so he wanted to, help me out against Charlotte, and then I guess you just continued it tonight.
You've been playing lights out. You've been playing amazing. You've seen the ball seems to find your foot and in the back of the net. Have you been changing anything in training? Have you been just changing your focus since coming back from being injured? What's changed?
Well, I came to the season trying to get a little heavier, a little bit more robust. I found last season playing multiple games in a week, I'd get injured a little easier. So in the off season, I tried to kind of put on some pounds and kind of become a bit stronger. And I'm finding that I became a little bit quicker too. And so just going again and again and again and kind of having some consistency in the games, playing quite often without these injuries, it's allowed me kind of to pick up some form and kind of some consistency, which I'm really happy about. Yeah.
Your defense has been lights out. You guys have been playing great on the defensive end. We talked a little bit about the goalie earlier and what he brings to the table. But your defense as a whole, I mean, you guys have really stepped up. What are your thoughts?
No, I think it's something we try to work on a lot. Obviously, we conceded 2 goals in the midweek game, which we were not happy about. So it was good to get a clean sheet today. And hopefully we can continue like that.
Thanks.
Noah, for you personally, switching now from the left side of central defense to the right side, it's something that you've had to do quite a bit with this club, playing on both sides of the center defense. Just your thoughts on having to adapt in that, played with several center back partners, but have found success with a lot of them.
Of course it's a little bit different, especially like the beginning of the game maybe, and now when we don't train so much because of the amount of games, then it's a little bit, you have to change a little bit angles and stuff. But I think it worked out quite well. I think you get into it, as you said, I've changed around a lot playing both positions, so you get kind of used to changing around. And I'm just enjoying playing, so that's great.
And Cam, on your goal, just what did you see on that pass back from Miguel Almiron? Just your thoughts just to go very aggressive at the defense. Just talk me through what was going through your mind.
Yeah, the way we set up was basically I was on the left center back, and so especially when teams come to Red Bull Arena with our record, we want to be really aggressive and put them under pressure right away. Kind of makes them have to be a little bit on edge. And so, I just saw the pass. My first touch wasn't the best, but then I was able to kind of start my feet out for the second touch, and then finish was decent. When they give you opportunities early in the game to have chances like that, you need to be able to take them, and we did good.
Cam, a couple days ago, you wanted to take that stoppage time penalty kick. Coach kind of said Chuba was going to take it. You start this game and you score almost immediately. Just how good did that feel, knowing like how close you were last game, to just get that right away today?
Yeah, obviously, individually, everyone wants to score goals and have moments like that. It was just something that happened at the end of the game, sorted out the next morning perfectly. So, it was a new game and a new opportunity for everyone to, have a moment. And, thankfully, I'm continue in the good form. So yeah, I'm happy to have done well tonight.
Noah and Cam, can you guys talk to us about Sports Illustrated Stadium? What makes it a fortress playing against other teams?
No, I think we feel really comfortable. Like Cam said before, we want to be very aggressive when we're playing at home, and yeah, I just think we feel really comfortable when we're playing here. I think it's of course about everything. You know, the habits of playing, coming into the hotel in the morning and stuff like this. I think all of that comes to play. So I think we feel comfortable, and yeah, hopefully we can continue that. But also, like we did in DC, to get some away wins as well. That's going to be important to stay in the top of the table.
We have time for 2 more questions.
No. Can you talk about the confidence that coach has had in you to start so many games? We have seen that the lineup has rotated, but you've been someone who's very consistent throughout whoever's next to you. Can you talk about the confidence that he gives you, knowing that he can rely on you?
No, I think obviously I'm very grateful to play, and I try to play my best every game, and also in the training sessions to show that I deserve to play. I think we have a lot of great centre backs at the club, so you have to stay on top every single game, and yeah, also the training sessions. So I think I try to do that, and then just enjoy playing, keeping a smile on my face. So yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you both.
Hacky, the team's been playing amazing. Now you have this little break that you have to deal with. As a player, how do you guys stay top-notch during this little time that you have to stop this momentum that's been great?
Yeah, I mean, we also deserve a break now. We had tough games, as you said, but it's easy. We are professional soccer players, and this is how we handle it. We have a few days off now, but we stay calm. We know that we have a long season to go, and of course, it's a nice feeling now with these wins in the back. But we have to continue. We have to continue push, and this is what we're also going to do.
Can you talk a little bit about the crowd tonight? It was a nice crowd here tonight in the stadium. It was full. Can you speak a little bit from the inside what you saw from them?
Yeah, it was nice. The atmosphere was nice, especially then when we score, and also when we needed them at the end of the game. When it was tough, also the defending was tough then. But yeah, it was nice. It was fun to play today, especially in the first halftime. We were playing with a lot of confidence, and this is how we want to play.
On Choupo's goal, you played that initial ball into Cameron, weak foot as well. Just talk a little bit about what you saw in the vision and the quality to pull that pass off.
It was just a clearance. No, like I know how Cam is running deep, and this was a great timing also for me. I see I'm under pressure. I see he makes the run deep, and for me it was just perfect. I was surprisingly, I was hitting the ball quite well. And yeah, then it was an easy tap in for Choupo. And yeah, this is how we want to play. If we get under pressure, we can rely on each other. We know how the others are making their movements, and this goal was great. Yeah.
And some changes again across the back line. I mean, with 9 matches in 1 month, you have to go through those things. But with a crowded center back room, you go back into the starting lineup today and pitch in for a clean sheet. Just talk about the group of defenders in this team, particularly center backs, and how everybody's chipping in and helping the team find success lately.
Yeah, I mean, in general, it's just important to have a clean sheet, and no matter who plays was playing perfect the last games. We have great defenders in this team, and we can rely on everyone. I mean, it's not just me. We have 3 other central defenders. Also, Kyle was kind of playing central defender today, and also made a great job. And this is what we're going to do. Everyone who is on the pitch knows what we have to do, and I think everyone got their chance in this. How many games were it? 9 now. Oh, tough. But yeah, everyone did a great job who was playing, and I think this is what a great team is all about.
Can you talk about the mentality of the group and the message from coach at the beginning of this month, and now that you're at the tail end of it, the 9 games are done, and how confident are you guys as a group right now?
Yeah, I mean, extremely confident, especially now after these wins, and I think this was our aim, to go on this short break with a last win, and it feels good. It feels good, and I think you can see that we play with a lot of confidence right now, and this is also something that we worked hard on. It's not just okay, we go outside now and today we're going to play a little bit more or something else. This is hard work, and I think we deserved it very well also to win today.
During your years with the Bundesliga, did you ever went through a stretch like this when you have consecutive games like 9 and then able to come out on top like that? And even you approach yourself, you came in, you were a little rusty here and there, but now you settled in and you're able to help produce clean sheets. How was that like for yourself as a player, and how can you assess the entire group? And you say that they're very confident, but how was that knowing you can sit back and go, okay, job done, but now let's continue on.
I mean, in the Bundesliga, it's the same. You also have some weeks where you have tough games, and you need a good squad. And this is something what we have. We have a very good squad. Everyone is running for each other, and also we had a lot of rotations again, like over the past 2 weeks. And I think we could see that we have a team that sticks together, and I think this is something that we need, especially in this many games, in this load of games. We did great, but the job is not done. We have another game in 2 weeks, and afterwards we have a packed schedule again, and we want to continue winning.
Talk about Carlos Cornell. Does he give you any instructions while you're out there, and how confident do you feel with having a goalie like himself back there?
He's a great goalkeeper. I mean, the communication is quite easy. He also speaks German, and he's a great guy. He's not just a great guy. He's a good goalkeeper. He can rely on us. We can rely on him, and I think this is important. Another clean sheet is also perfect for him. We defenders love that. The goalkeeper loves that, and I think this is something we can continue with.
We have time for one more question.
How good's his German?
Great. We can speak fluently, and it's great. Yeah, I love his German.
Awesome. Can you talk about a little bit about the competition happening in practice amongst your defenders? You have a big rotation back there, and you guys are obviously bringing out the best in each other because you guys are all playing amazing. Can you just talk a little bit about the competition that's happening in training and how you guys are possibly bringing out?
Of course, we have a competition, but everything on the base that we push each other, and I think that's great. Even the players who are not playing, pushing the players who are playing, and I think this is something very important. Everyone knows that he will get his chance again, especially when we have this much games. And I think we showed everyone that we have a great team. We have a great team. We were sticking together in a tough time, traveling a lot, and it just feels good now to stand here with, I don't know how many wins in a row, 3, 4, I don't know. Yeah, feels good.
Awesome. Thank you, Hacky.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.